This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
For anybody that needs to know why we have trust issues in Philadelphia with this Phillies team, for anyone that really needs that point driven home further, this is it. This is it right here. 19 scoreless innings now for your Phillies. Back-to-back gems wasted. Zack Wheeler, 100 pitches, 6 innings, 3 walks, 4 hits. I'll still cut, 6 innings of basically what should have been 0 earned run baseball. I'll call it a gem. And you blow it. Back-to-back shutouts at the hands of the Houston Astros. 19 scoreless innings. Yeah, this is why we have trust issues. All of a sudden, the Phillies bats just go quiet. Did I say quiet? Silent. Did I say silent? If there's a such thing as a negative decibel level, that's what we're getting right now from this Phillies offense. And to see Alec Bohm, Nick Castellanos, and JT Realmuto strike out 5 times in the heart of the order and go a combined 0 for 12 in this game, yeah, that's going to be pretty upsetting. And Alec Bohm, in that 8th inning, goes up to the plate, bases loaded, 1 out, battles in the at-bat, and then wastes that effort by swinging at that garbage high and away. Absolute garbage chasing that pitch out of the strike zone. For all the pitches you fouled away to stay alive, you stay alive for that? Come on. And then Nick Castellanos. Hey, no, there's no even positive setup to it. Like, some approach to the plate. I know that's who you are, the aggressive swinger, the free swinger, all the time, no matter what. I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to just look for that pitch, and I think I'm going to get it, so I'm just going to swing as hard as I can. Even for Nick Castellanos in every other game of his Major League career, certainly every game of his Phillies career, has been aggressive at the plate. I don't know what the hell he was doing at the plate today in particular, being that he was swinging out of his shoes, man. He was swinging out of his heels. This was the most aggressive I have ever seen Nick Castellanos. It was like somebody told him before the game, hey, if you hit a home run 500 feet tonight, your team will get 5 runs from here on out for the rest of the season. If you just hit a home run 500 feet, and he's like, okay, I can do that. And then he was just going up there. Forget about free swinging. He put a blindfold on, still put the eye black under his eyes, still unbuttoned the top 2 buttons, went out there and swung as hard as humanly possible with the blindfold on. Came up empty. It's like, this is what we're going to do now? This is the point of the season we're at? This is the time where all right, well, baseball's hard. It's hard to hit a baseball, blah, 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 blah. Hey, try to tell yourself that the Yankees just went through 3 straight games of getting shut out. One of those games was 11 innings. 3 straight games they got shut out. Well, hey, Phillies, hey, let's hope to not make it 3 games in a row tomorrow. Can we do that? Can we not make it 3 games in a row tomorrow? Because of all the great things you can say about this pitching staff, it means nothing. It means nothing if you can't score runs. And I know everyone likes to sound super smart about, good pitching beats good hitting, and you can't win without pitching. You know what? I saw the greatest rotation ever assembled in my lifetime with what the Phillies had with Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee and Roy Oswalt and Cole Hamels and Joe Blanton at number 5. Can't forget about Big Joe B. And they didn't win anything. They didn't do anything. When it mattered most, nothing. Did nothing. So, what did win? You had one great pitcher in Cole Hamels have a great year, and the bats just mashed. And they didn't get cold. Not this cold. Goodness gracious. Everything that we look at with this Phillies team, as great as the pitching has been, you can lose easily the 2-0 games, the 1-0 games. And that's what we're looking at over the last 2 days. This is why that the Philadelphia Phillies fans look at this team and go, yeah, they're kind of giving me Sixer vibes. We're not even going to go down that avenue tonight, but they kind of give me Sixers vibes where, look, we've done the investing. We've poured our heart and soul into it. We've had our hopes up, and then they come crashing down. And nights like tonight are why the hopes come crashing down. Because at any moment, with the way this lineup is constructed, with guys that don't have a great approach to the plate, guys that count on swinging early in counts to be able to get those base knocks, and that's where their power comes from. That's where their doubles power comes from, swinging early in those counts. Well, if those pitches aren't there early in counts, these guys are getting hung out to dry. And that's what happened tonight against this Philly squad. That's what happened last night with this Philly squad, and it is awful. Absolutely, horrendously awful, terrible, no good, disgusting type of baseball. And that's what we saw tonight from your Philadelphia Phillies. And on a night where, yes, the New York Mets also won. You blew it last night for an opportunity to have a two-game advantage there in the NL East. And now, oh, look at us, even Stevens again. We're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. We will get into our chat check a little bit later, but right now, let's get into our player of the game tonight for your Philadelphia Phillies.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I obviously have to tip my cap to what you saw tonight from Zack Wheeler, especially in the early goings of this game. Very similar to what you saw from from Valdez last night in terms of not having your best stuff early, but settling in. First inning of the game, a 26-pitch inning. He had the unfortunate situation. He gave it the ground rule double to Pena. And then Paredes puts a ground ball up the middle that Trey Turner is way late getting to. How about just smothering the baseball? Touches it with his glove, but he's late putting the glove down, so that does nobody any favors. And all of a sudden, Phillies are down 1-0 just like that. He's able to go up there and get Altuve in an 8-pitch at bat. Then he sits down Smith to end the inning on another 8-pitch at bat. So the pitch count was going up there for Zack Wheeler, something I don't like because I don't want to expedite the process of getting the Phillies bullpen into the game. And hey, Jordan Romano tonight was great. Jordan Romano was great. Great job, Jordan Romano. Deborah's happy. But up until then, I don't want to rush him into the game. Anybody from the Phillies bullpen. Matt Strahm, not so great. Second inning starts off with a walk, then a single. So you got first and second, nobody out. He gets himself out of that jam, but another 20-plus pitch inning. This one, 21 pitches. Then by the third inning, he really started to settle in. 11 pitches, 12 pitches, 13 pitches. Everything's humming along now for Zack Wheeler. You're feeling pretty damn good. But unfortunately, knew that pitch count was already up there. A 15-pitch sixth inning was pretty much it for Zack Wheeler. But he is our player of the game. As for the turning point of this
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It's a crying shame when you look at this game and you go, all right, the turning point of this one was the first inning when a little grounder made its way up the middle and just under the mitt of Trey Turner. And that was the turning point of the game. It was 1-0. You would hope there'd be some other twists and turns along the way for the Phillies to actually jump back into the game. 1-0 back into the game. Yeah, it felt like 10-0. Okay, a 1-run lead. 1-0 feels like 10-0 with how ice cold these Phillies bats are. Okay, but I'm not going to go there as far as turning point. Turning point is too obvious. Turning point for me is when the Phillies gave themselves a nice opportunity in that fifth inning. They had first and second with one out. Brandon Marsh, who's one of the only Phillies hitting the baseball, he goes up there. He goes down looking at a sinker that was at the knees. It was a strike. He didn't like it. It froze him, and that was that. Then Trey Turner goes up there, strikes out, swinging at a sweeper in the dirt. Again, first and second, one out. Nothing doing there for the Phillies. Wow, you really are ice cold, Phillies. Yes, they were. So then you fast forward to the other best opportunity that they had in this game, and that was the eighth inning. Start off with a line out to left field by Otto Kemp. Then Brandon Marsh steps up. That's when he gets to hit the right field. Trey Turner follows with a hit to center field. Brandon Marsh, I don't know how this happened. I had to go back and watch this play 2 or 3 times because I don't know how Brandon Marsh made it from first to third that quick. They get the shot with the ball going up the middle, just finding its way, ground ball through the eyes, up the middle of the infield, into center field, and it just squeaks in there to shallow center field. And while they're following the ball out there, I see Brandon Marsh. He's like midway between first and second. They flash back. He's like approaching third. And I'm like, all right, you got first and third. You got one out. Let's make something happen here. Kyle Schwarber steps up. Hits that little bouncer to Walker at first base. I thought they were getting the run home on this. I thought when I saw him leap into the air, I said, there's no way he's gathering. If it's hit to the right side of the field, Marsh is probably going on this. The Phillies are usually more aggressive in these situations, and Brandon Marsh did not go. Now, Walker, Ruben Amaro Jr.'s take during the game was that he would have been dead to rights at home. Yeah, probably. Walker's pretty damn good at what he does. But I thought for sure when I saw that ball chop out of the batter's box, whatever, that Marsh was scoring on that ball. Turns out it was a little bit more sharply hit than I anticipated. Walker made the stab. I thought there was going to be a play at the plate. There wasn't. But now you got a bases loaded, 1-out situation. Somebody's got to make contact. Either a deep fly ball to get the run home to, at this point, tie things up. Something's got to happen here. But this was the unfortunate turning point and crushing point of the game. Bases loaded, 1-out. They have a little mound conference. Alec Bohm steps up. He is just battling in this at-bat. I think he saw 8 pitches in the at-bat. Yeah, 8 pitches at the at-bat. 4 foul balls, stay alive in the count. Works it to 2-2. And King threw a fastball well outside the zone. And Alec Bohm, who is so much better than this, just chased it out of the zone. And that was the air out of the balloon because, look, I got no faith at this point that Castellanos is going to come through in the type of situation that he's in right now, because if you want to look at a guy that's absolutely pressing, he looks like he is pressing. He goes up there and he hits a little grounder to shortstop to end that inning. And again, goes up there and is swinging out of his shoes. The home run that followed by Caratini in the bottom of the 8th inning off Matt Strahm, that's the home run Nick Castellanos had been trying to hit for the last 2 games. Just, I can right the ship with everybody's struggles in this swing. Oh, it's in the catcher's mitt. Drat. So I look at those situations in the 5th inning and the 8th inning as that were really the turning points of the game when I just knew, yeah, this is it. This Phillies offense cooked. And that's exactly the way it went down. As far as what you'll be talking about tomorrow,
this is what you'll be talking about.
19 innings. That's what you're going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about the 16 runners left on base over the last 2 games, over these last 2 games where the Phillies have been shut out. That's what you're going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about now, what, a 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position, including the 1 for 5 tonight? Yeah, that's fun. We're having fun now, right? This is why we have trust issues. And when we come back, I'm going to take your comments, see how you guys are feeling. Maybe you guys can talk me off the ledge tonight, because between the Phillies and between the Sixers, kind of close to that ledge tonight there, friends. At least we have each other, right? Right? Anyway. All right. Let's get to we'll get to the chat check in just a second when we come back. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast. Hey, you guys heard me talking about Monarch Money before. That's right. Ever wish managing your money felt easier? Well, with Monarch Money, it can be. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. That's how you got to think of it. You can track your accounts, your investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're building wealth. So think about this. If you have young kids like me, for instance, you're already thinking about saving for college and all that. Monarch Money can help you track all your finances to help you save for that big goal, sending them off to college. For me, that's the number one thing. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money and use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's promo code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com. Promo code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year with monarchmoney.com. How about Rugiet, ladies and gentlemen? Guys, probably heard of Viagra or Cialis, for instance. Maybe you've even tried them. But if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rugiet Ready. Oh, that's right. Rugiet Ready is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to amplify arousal in the brain and boost blood flow. How about that? Unlike the usual pills that can take hours, Rugiet's 3-in-1 formula dissolves under the tongue and kicks in fast, on average, in 15 minutes. Effects can last up to 36 hours, so you can stay confident and in control when in the moment. How about that? It's completely online as well. Rugiet connects you with a board-certified doctor and ships your treatment discreetly to your door. So take advantage of what Rugiet has to offer. Head to Rugiet.com/LockedOnMLB and use promo code LockedOnMLB to get 15% off today. That's RUGIET.com/LockedOnMLB and use promo code LockedOnMLB for 15% off. Individual results may vary with prescription treatment. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but not FDA approved, and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Please visit the Rugiet website for full safety information. Let's get into the chat check and see how you guys are feeling about this loss today from your Philadelphia Phillies. I already see people were popping off during the game. Jeremy Von Skyver, yes, the umpire, home plate umpire tonight, not great. Not great. Wasting a team with dominant starting lineup. That's pretty much what it looks like. Morgan Landy, this is ridiculous. No offense. Topper, better pinch hit for Kepler because at least he has power to tie this game, or pinch hit with Kepler. Better pinch hit Kepler. I got you. Morgan Landy, I'm disgusted. I'm with you. They must have taken the struggle bus to the entire 1,500 miles to Texas and never got off. Yeah. Jerry Von Scaver, what a freaking joke. Bohm and Cassie's approaching the 8th inning. They ain't touching Hader. We'll see if Strom keeps it in a one-run game. And he did not. That's how that one ended, unfortunately. Jerry Von Scaver, looks like we're getting swept. Sir Sketchable, only June, and the Bats are already back in postseason form. These last two games, says John, are prime PSD from the playoff Phillies. See, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. This is why we have trust issues with the Phillies. Philly and 8, I am raging. Strom is straight up bum. Unfortunately, you also need runs to win, boys. Sorry that baseball is cruel like that. Yeah, I'm with you there. Houston only needed 2 runs to win this series. Houston has only needed 3 runs to win the last 2 games. Let that one sink in as well. Isn't that fun? I'm not having fun watching this team be terrible at baseball. I hate the world. I hate the whole world. All right, what else? Who didn't run to that's what you got? Joseph Grillo, what's going on? Or maybe Grillo? I don't know. Welcome to what the postseason looks like. I'm glad we're all on the same page with, like, this is why I think a lot of us believe the Phillies will be a playoff team, but that's it. Like, I think we're going to get, I've been saying it all year, we're going to get postseason baseball, and that's where they're going to wet the bed. That's where you're going to have another, 19 straight innings without a run. That'll be fun. That'll be good times. Farzy K bets the bar. Shutout again. Farzy, Bohm, Castellanos, bases loaded. Laugh out loud. I wasn't laughing at the time. And I won't be laughing ever. Need a managerial change, says Jack Dwight, to shake things up. I look, every time I say Rob Thompson's managing for his job, they go on a good run. So Rob Thompson's managing for his job, and I still believe he's managing for his job. He's going to manage for his job the rest of this year. And if the Phillies come up with anything short of a World Series, Rob Thompson ain't coming back, folks. Charles Pappas, what's going on? The offense is horrible without Harper. Bases loaded, nobody out. Yep. Oh, here we go. Jack Dwight, stop with your Harper belly aching. Well, here's the thing. Regardless of what you feel about Bryce Harper, before he went on the IL, he was definitely finding his stroke. 300 batting average for the last month that he had leading up to that point. I could use a 300 batting average in this lineup, another 300 batting average. I could certainly use that in this lineup. You don't have that other guy. Phillies win better without Harper. Well, not right now. Promised myself I wouldn't overreact in this series, says Jake Purcell. But Lord, these bats are anemic, right? Jack Dwight, too many quadruple A talents on this team? That's funny. John, 80 games in, and they have 1 double-digit home run hitter. Stop swinging for the fences. How is Kevin Long still employed is beyond me. I don't get it either. I know that these guys love Kevin Long, but I've seen, Milt Thompson get fired. Greg Gross get fired. And I think Greg Gross was hired twice as a hitting coach. I might be wrong on that. Maybe it was Milt Thompson. I don't remember. But yeah, beloved people get fired sometimes. It happens. Team doesn't value speed or defense. Yeah, pretty much. Joel Hasbin, what's going on? I guarantee you would find hard pressed to find a team more undisciplined at the plate than this Phillies team. Yeah, I would agree with that. Lefty Barrage tonight there. The dad dude Shane. Great name. I still say I wish Ranger Suarez grabbed a bat last night. And maybe even Zack Wheeler today. Evelyn, what's up, Evelyn? Let's score some runs. Scoring runs is fun. All the cool kids do it. Also, stop leaving guys on base and swinging and junk outside. Ugh. I think I perfectly read that how you wanted. Wait, Pat McAfee's coattails. Farzy, I think Blue Glove is kind of broken out of the pen too. I'm sorry, I'm over my head. Trading Ohapi for Marsh is malpractice. Marsh is the last guy that I'm mad at right now. Marsh has actually been hitting baseballs, but I agree with you still. I haven't checked Logan Ohapi's stats. I know he got out to like 9 home runs almost out of the gate. I haven't looked at this stuff in a while, but I was saying the same thing at the time. Not that I thought that they should have held on to Logan Ohapi, but I was saying like, wow, you're only getting Brandon Marsh back for that? Like I would have put him in a deal with somebody else. 17 home runs now. 17 home runs. Ugh. 17 home runs with a 234 batting average, 267 on base percentage, and 81 strikeouts in 65 games. All right. Well, so he would have probably in this lineup would have struck out a bunch because it's contagious. Julian C, what's up, bud? Same thing for the last 4 years. Rough Seas, it's mental. Rough Seas, what a perfect name for tonight. It's mental, no changing things up, no small ball, not a smart team. Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. Oh, Timothy B, thank you so much. Glad you caught that little breakdown of the Sixers draft. Though, as far as the Phillies go, we all know the ebbs and flows of baseball, but we see with them, but I guess what we see with them is constant inconsistency. Yep. That's exactly what you see. Roscoe, it's a fine advertiser for the program. For Locked On Sports, I should say. Oh, 30 straight innings without a run on Houston. Holy pots and pans. Oh, Cody Clemens is up to 9 home runs now. This is fun. We're all having fun. Oh, Blue Glove, Strom. Sorry. Yeah, Miss Guzzi. They kept on talking about Ranger Suarez using Christopher Sanchez's mitt. That's what I was thinking about. And I was like, is that what it came down to? Interesting. Matthew Krosky, what's going on? Batters 3 through 7, 1 for 20 tonight. Yep, this sucks. There's no positive spin for it. Because you see guys make the same mistakes they've been making for 4 years. And as I said with Alec Bohm and Nick Castellanos, if you're going to jump on first pitches and you're going to be swinging out of your heels, Nick Castellanos more so than Alec Bohm, if you're going to be doing that, then you better be guessing right. By the way, I want to make sure I have the right number on this. I said Alec Bohm fouled off, I think, 4 pitches. I think it was less than that. 2-2 count. Eight pitches in that at bat. In that 8th inning, Bohm. Yeah, he started out 0-2, foul ball, ball, foul ball, foul ball. So 3 foul balls, not 4. Miss Guzzi. Now I can sleep getting that to you. Thanks everybody in the chat. You guys are great as per usual. John Messina, hello. Phillies no small ball. Why, Deborah? I don't know. I did my job. All right, sorry. All right. If this doesn't prove Dombrowski. Oh, yeah, Dombrowski's going to be gone too if this team blows it. Evelyn, thank you. I nailed the read. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody in the chat. You guys are great. I will be back with you guys tomorrow to break down hopefully what won't be a Phillies Well, it won't be a Houston Astros sweep of the Phillies at the 2:10 start time tomorrow. Tomorrow on the hill for the Phillies, you're going to have Christopher Sanchez get the ball. But hey, you know what's fun? It doesn't get any easier for the Phillies. Hunter Brown gets the start for them. 8-3 on the season, 188 microscopic ERA for the Houston Astros. This will be fun. We're all having fun. 26-year-old righty will take to the hill fresh off a start against the Angels. 5 innings of 1-run baseball. It was a solo home run that he gave up. Prior to that, wow, they really got to him in Minnesota. 7 innings, 2 runs. Goodness gracious. So that's what the Phillies got in ahead of them for tomorrow. So, yeah, Christopher Sanchez has to be as good as he ever could be. And just know you're not going to get any run support. So that'll be fun. Go get him, son. Go get him. Oh, and then you got a series against the Braves. That'll be fun, too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This has been Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. You got me covering your Locked On Postcast each and every Phillies game and during the day. You got Connor Thomas breaking down each and every one of your Phillies daily content podcast. Also, me and Keith Pompey tomorrow on Locked On 76ers YouTube channel. We're breaking down the Sixers, mistake and taking VJ Edgecombe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Back with you guys tomorrow. See you then. Bye.